kind of getting everything laid out here. About to actually head out for the day. Been up for a while, just time to actually get out of the house and do some work outside the house. You know, I was eating earlier, and a really good thing, guys. I say this, you know, I've said this before. Don't take your time eating. Don't just use that as wasteful time. Don't just sit there and eat and watch TV and stuff. Like, depending on what I got to do on my to-do list, you know, sometimes I'll read while I eat, and sometimes I will. Like today, I edited a YouTube video. Okay, I finished that up, made that live today while I was eating, because I can do that while I was, you know, eating. I can do that with one hand while I do the other thing, while I eat with the other hand. But anyway, getting the stuff together here. Time to go out. Got done doing my income and expense book. That's what I call it, basically. Super important thing to do, guys. If you know, they always say, I know my camera's probably, bear with me, guys. I got an armful, a handful of stuff. But so I first heard this from Brandon Carter. He's originally kind of what made me start doing it. I mean, this guy's making, I think, seven figures, I think, balling, basically. Okay, I got my keys, make sure I don't lock myself out. But he first said, you know, basically he was talking about how important it was to write down everything you spend and everything you earn, right? And then, so, you know, I've been doing that for a while. I've just recently started really doing that good, consistently. It's kind of the same principle as, like, to know where you want to go, you got to know where you're at, kind of type thing. Like, whatever you measure is whatever you manage, basically. So if you can't measure something, then you can't manage how well you're doing it. Same thing with, you know, lifting weights and all. You need to manage your workouts and, you know, how you're looking in the mirror. Really, the managing your workouts. You know, if you're doing this year, if you're doing this weight for this reps, and you come back and look next year, you're doing this weight for this reps, you've made progress. You know what I'm saying? Your body's gonna change if you're doing more. You know what I'm saying? With more weight, more reps and whatnot. Same principle. You know, that's a way to measure that. And you can actually take tape measure, like around your arm and stuff. But as well with this, and then I heard here recently, I want to say it's like one of the richest families like ever to be. The Vanderbilts. Yeah, I believe it's the Vanderbilts. I think I was listening to like some Brian Tracy. I don't know who I was listening to, but it was saying their grandfathers, their fathers, like all of them, they make every single one of their kids track their spendings. So they know where every single dollar they're earning is, like where it's coming from, and then wherever they're spending it at. So, I mean, if the wealthiest, like one of the wealthiest families in the world ever, all do that, again, I believe you should be doing that. So, I mean, that's why I do it. And I mean, it is really good to know exactly, okay, well, I'm spending the majority of my, you know, money on this. And if you constantly see things, you can be like, well, I'm wasting money on this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm spending a little bit too much money on this. You can actually see where your money is going. I think it's a really good, habit to build. You guys know me, I'm always trying to build the best habits and just be great, basic habits of greatness. That's gonna get me to the next level. That's gonna set you apart. Like, think how many people really track everything they spend, everything they earn. Not many, right? So again, you want to look at the successful people, super successful. And I mean, you can't always just straight copy, but that, I mean, for that implement, you can copy that, because that's just straight knowledge. That's not a specific routine they do. You know what I'm saying? You can't just copy someone's workout and expect it to work. I mean, you have to work the workout and track the workout and see if it works for you. Anyway, I was just reading the book Better Than Before. What I've been doing, been going to Barnes and Nobles. I've been starting that habit. I'm in the Tai Lopez Millionaire Mentor Program. It's a new habit I'm starting to go. He said, I think he might even say go once a week, or he might have said once a month. So what I'm doing, going to Barnes and Nobles at least once a month with no time limit. And I was actually supposed to meet a guy about a phone the other day, and I, you know, messaged him to meet him at Barnes & Nobles because my phone was broken, so I needed some Wi-Fi, so I had to go to Barnes & Nobles. But he ended up flaking on me. But while I was waiting, you know, I was reading the book, because I got a book in there. I keep going in there and reading, so I'm just going to keep going there until I finish that book, then I'll pick a new book. But even in that book, it was saying that principle, whatever can be measured is managed. So it's saying, like, whatever you're trying to measure, you need to equate it to some number. Because it was saying, if it's like, I forgot the exact example it used, but it was saying basically, if you can't, the thing you're trying to measure and manage, if you can't put a number to it, then you can't truly measure it, really. So put a number to it, whatever you're trying to measure. Obviously money, easy numbers. Weightlifting, working out, whatever, easy numbers. If you're running, you know, maybe you increase the time a little bit, or you increase the speed a little bit, you're timing yourself. Things like that, guys. But anyway, I got a couple orders in for the brand here, Southern Sportsman Apparel. Over 50 designs, first link in bio. Use code U215, get 50% off everything. Guys, keep up with me. You know I had the brand there. So I actually have to make one of the shirts. Gotta go ship that off. Then actually another shirt came in. I gotta make that shirt, but this person lives close, so I'm just gonna pull the shirts out of stock. A couple of them, I gotta make one of them, just order one and actually just meet them. So that's the plan as of now. That's the, you know, the next thing on my to-do list to do is get these orders out. Because it was a little bit late. I had to wait till, because I can't just order one thing offline because the shipping is so freaking high. But you know, again, guys, if you watch, I don't know if this is going to be the last video I posted, but how to correctly set up a to-do list, you really need to watch that video. Really helpful video. It's really going to make you more productive, get things done, and again, that's how successful people tackle a to-do list, and it really makes sense. I'm not going to go all into it here because you can just go, I'll pop the video up on the screen, you can just go back and watch that. Really super helpful video, guys. You need to look for things like that you can do that's going to improve your productivity, because, you know, it's basically, and even in the book, I allude to in the book, basically it was saying kind of how like 20% of what you do can equate to 80% of the results you want, pretty much. So it's saying if you're doing all these BS things, yeah, you're busy, but what are you busy with? Are you busy with things that are really important, or, you know what I'm saying, if you just get the most important thing done, if you can only get one thing done that day, if you can at least get that done, the most important thing, that's better than doing all other things that aren't as important as the one thing. And most time people procrastinate the most important thing, because most of the time it normally is the hardest thing, or the thing you don't want to do the most sometimes. So just crunch that out, guys. Get with it. Stay motivated. Constantly be listening to motivational stuff. I mean, I'm internally, you got to be internally motivated, but I'm constantly listening to self-help type, seminar type, motivational speech type stuff, guys, because you're feeding your brain positivity. If you don't program yourself, life will program you. So anyway, I haven't lifted in about a week. This hand was absolutely, this wrist, I don't know what it was, guys. I woke up, I think Sunday, and it was just killing me, or Monday. And I don't know if I slept on it wrong, like I had it off the bed and it was cramping it, but literally the past 2 days, 3 days, it's just been, and it's still a little bit sore. So much better today though. It was like crazy pain, but so much better today. So I hadn't lifted in a week, I think. Today's Thursday. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to upload these videos, guys. You know, again, it goes back to the most important thing. So sometimes, a lot of times, you know, YouTube isn't the #1 thing, guys. I gotta work on this business. So, you know, I get these videos up as fast as I can, so bear with me. But I don't even know where I was going with that. I got so many things going through my head. But anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know how y'all like the video styles, guys. I've been doing some raw type videos, some more edited type videos at the beginning. Let me know, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, about to get into this, guys. Probably show you all the shirts as I make them. See y'all in a bit though.